Hey everyone. So I have a new subscriber who was in a live stream that I was in a couple weeks ago wanting to know how to get started in the garage door business. I have been doing this for about 4 months. I'm still figuring it out. I don't have a building. I still have a job that I go to every day that I hate, but I thought I'd give this my insight. So, Will said he had no experience doing it. I didn't either. I've never worked for an establishment. No matter how many times I've tried, I was just never getting hired at them. One day I was like, well, if I'm not going to get hired, I really want to do this. I'm just going to do it myself. So basically how you can start anytime. You just got to put yourself out there. So how I did it was I had walked down the street from my parents' house because the economy's terrible, rent is too expensive. So I walked down to my neighbors because I had been noticing for a while they had been manually opening and closing their garage door, and I more or less said that this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Would you want me to install a new garage door opener for you? You guys may have seen that video. I had ripped out a Ryobi machine, replaced it with the Chamberlain belt drive that they had. And then a little while later, just on the local Facebook groups, someone else was having issues with an old Stanley. I more or less just said, hey man, maybe it's your sensors, maybe I had given them the insight that it was a rolling code machine, but when I arrived, I had discovered it was dip switch. Tried replacing the button, that didn't do anything, but then the lady was like, can you do an install? I was like, yeah, I can do an install, no problem. And then it just kept going from there. Another lady had followed up from that first lady's posts asking if I could sell them a remote for a Wayne Dalton Quantum 3214. Those machines especially, any universals you find at your Canadian Tire or Home Depot, just to be more general, because I'm Canadian, so I'm not going to Menards. Those remotes don't work, so I had to find them. I didn't realize till later it was a knockoff of eBay. Should be in the box here. I should probably also say the gear ended up later crapping out on that unit, so they gave me this remote back when I did that 8-foot Chamberlain. And you more or less just have to keep putting yourself out there. One of the great things about being a garage door handyman is you don't need to have everything right now. You don't need the building, you don't need the fancy truck. For a while I was just doing it as my name. But it's slowly picking up, but you are gonna have some slow points, especially when you're first starting out. I'm having some headaches with Google right now because I was just wanting to get listed, but they want me to buy ads. And it's like right now it's just not in the cards for me. Like I'm not there. I'll go like a month or two even without having anything really. But I live in a generally small area, but you can make good money if you're willing to commit to it that much, like I want to. Just this last weekend, I did a repair for some family who live out in the country. They've had a door for 10 years. Could never figure out why it never worked right. I had enough knowledge to know that I looked right up and was like, well, spring's on backwards. And you can look like a genius to a lot of people. It was like, I've had contractors who couldn't even figure this out. And it was like, yeah, no, spring's on backwards. Yeah, people will think you're the man, but all you really got to do is just get out there. You might have some failures, but if you're a nice person, people will generally give you a shot. But you know, in the age of the internet, you know, you have lots of resources. You have Dave from Affordable Door and Gate. There's Tony from Tony's Garage Door Service. But there's a whole community of people who want to help you. Sorry, brain fart. There's a lot of resources at your disposal who can help you wherever you need help. But always remember, your red goes on your left inside, and your black cones and drums go on the right side on the inside of the garage. And that's more or less the one thing you need to know when you're doing residential. Now, I haven't done commercial. I hope to get there eventually, but I probably would need to hire a commercial tech because most commercial places aren't going to take a guy working out of his Kia Sportage. And that's just something I have to accept for right now, but you don't need all the hats and the t-shirts. But after a while, if you're getting a lot of traction, people will want either stickers or business cards. And Vistaprint, I found, has been good for that. But that was something that I was kind of inspired to start doing some vlogging videos. So anyone, including Will, I hope that kind of helps you in your starting your garage door journey. And the plan now is to kind of start vlogging my journey on, because this is something I've been thinking about doing for a long time, and I didn't start doing it until like 4 months ago. But I know I've got a long way to go, so I'm kind of hoping to just document my experience trying to run my own business and learn some things I haven't quite done yet. I don't have anything coming up, but I'm gonna start looking at actually doing door installs, because I mainly just started doing garage door opener services and installs. But if you want to start getting customers, just pay attention to your local Facebooks, or what is it called? Like your Craigslists of people looking for services, or your local classifieds. You can find a lot of good service. I haven't had any problem buying customers yet, but I have been known to be wrong before. But if you found any of this helpful or stupid, let me know. The light shut off. I'm in the garage right now. And subscribe, and I hope to have more vlogs coming soon.